I can introduce that I am not by birth a Malayali, but my guru is a Malayali, and I had an opportunity to study Malayalam under his guidance. The book he used to teach me Malayalam was the Malayalam Ramayana. So I have been introduced to Malayalam at its sweetest and at its best. I will just read out a small stanza from that to you in Malayalam script, which is very different from the Hindi and English which I was used to at that time. Kailasachale Surya Koti Shobhite Vimalalaye Ratnapithe Samvishtam Dhyananishtham Phalalochanam Muni Siddha Devadi Sevyam Neela Lohitam Nija Bhartaram Vishveshwaram Vandichu Vamotsange Varunna Bhagavati Sundari Haimavati Chodichu Bhaktiyode Sarvatma Vayanatha Parameshwara Koti Sarvalokavasa Sarveshwara Maheshwara Sharva Shankara Sharanagata Janapriya Sarva Devesha Jagannayaka Karunyabde Atyantam Rahasyamam Vastu Ennirikkilu Metrayum Mahanubhavan Marayulla Janam Bhakti Vishwasa Shushushadigal Kanun Thorum Bhaktanmar Upadesham Chaididum Ennu Kelpu Agaya Jnanum Nunnu Nindirodi Tannod Akamsha Paravasha Chedasa Chodikkunnu Karunyam Enne Kurichundengil Enikkipol Sree Ramadasa Ashram Upadeshichidana. This is the Ramayana Masam, Karkadaha Masam. Daily there will be Ramayana Parayan over here. It is there every day, whether Karkadaha Masam or not, but especially it is done with more intensity. And the beauty of Malayalam as a poetic language and the highest philosophical flights of the human mind is expressed in this book. Now, the Malayalam that we are learning today in our schools and all is a spoken Malayalam. How you interact with people, how you can interact with the shopkeeper, how you can interact with your relatives and all. This I never had a chance to study actually, because my goal was to go into the philosophical discipline of it. But it is no doubt a very useful tool, and you should learn both. One for your day-to-day activity, and second to know what Malayalam really is. What was the use of Malayalam? What is its capacity? It's not a language which is used just for your daily interaction. It has been now accredited by the Indian government as one of the supreme languages and special languages. It is by the world, not Indian government. So such a language you are having as your heritage. That heritage is being specially promoted by our ashrams. We are promoting the prevention of the loss of culture due to this influx of Western civilization. A lot of Malayalam is seen on TV also nowadays, but that Malayalam is, some people will put an American accent into Malayalam. Some people will put English words into it to make it sound more modern. That is okay for projecting a particular image if you want, but it is not. You should know the real thing, and then you can project anyhow you like. That you keep as a base. That is how you have to be. You have to be a born Malayali and develop into a Bharatiya with the roots still in whichever God has chosen for you and you have accepted as your root. The ideas which are deep and divine about culture to show others. This is a manifestation of the traditions of your land when planted in perhaps Maharashtrian soil. It has grown into this ashram that you see around you. And of course, I'll give you more time for seeing around and enjoying the place and imbibing the vibrations which have no language but will be expressed beautifully in your language. Okay, yes.
non-Malayalee, how did you just get into Malayalam? I mean, was it that interesting?
See, my guru was a Malayali and I didn't know anything about Malayalam. Honestly, the Malayalis in Gulf and in other places, they criticize Malayalam. They join in with the jokes that are made because the sound of the language is just like a waterfall. So a person who doesn't understand it, he thinks, what is this person talking? It doesn't have any sharp edges like English. Very sharp, no sharp corners. Everything rolls together. Very easy for the tongue. Very beautiful for poetry and all. But that is only for the person who is ready to accept it and understand it. Who doesn't have a superiority complex in the beginning, which all Westerners are having. Then Swamiji has lived his whole life based on Adhyatma Ramayana. And that is the book on which our ashram is based. And he introduced this Ramayana to me. I was studying for the civil services exam. He told me, you keep those books in the cupboard and you read Adhyatma Ramayana by Ezhuth Achhan, who is the father of Malayalam literature. And he has himself written 12 volumes on the different concepts of society and politics and economics as explained in the Adhyatma Ramayana, and given examples and shown how that can be applied to today's modern society to make it a divine society, to produce Ramarajya. When such an idea was put forth by a man who himself lived those ideals, who could prove that through his actions and through his words, then I developed a curiosity to know what is this beauty hidden in another beauty, the beautiful Ramayana hidden in the Malayalam language. Then I started studying the script, which is very different from English and Hindi. But the letters are the same as Sanskrit. The root is the same. So very easily I learnt it. I thought it was a very big, difficult task. But somebody who knows Hindi can very easily learn Malayalam. They are sister languages, but they got lost in the Kumbh Mela maybe. So when they meet again, then only they will realize that they are together. And then Malayalam has this ability of joining words together, which we see especially in the Ramayana. It is called Manikravalam in the way they have joined the words together. It is a literary art which is there in Sanskrit language. How they join all the words together, and then only a person who has knowledge of that language can split it and get the actual meaning. This is a very, before the military invented code language, our sages invented such sort of codes, and the great literary sages. Why? Because only a person who knows what to do should get the information from that language. And I was, by God's grace, not exposed to the television Malayalam. I was exposed to the Adhyatma Ramayana Malayalam. So all this beauty was very visible to my eyes. Then definitely I liked that language and I considered it as a great heritage of India. And my guru, though promoting Malayalam and rooted in Kerala, he has a heart which is encompassing the entire world and the whole of India, not for once thinking of the difference in the culture of any two people. So when you see the ideal Malayali, you get full respect for Malayalam in Kerala. That's how it happened. സംസാരിക്കാൻ പാടുണ്ട്, അതിൻ്റെ ഗ്രാമർ ശരിയായി വരുമില്ല, പക്ഷേ മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ഇവിടെ എനിക്ക് സമയം കിട്ടുന്നില്ല. ഞാൻ കുറച്ച് ട്രാൻസ്ലേഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്നു. എൻ്റെ ഗുരുനാഥൻ്റെ പാദപൂജ പുസ്തകമുണ്ട്, ആത്മകഥ, ആത്മകഥയില്ല, ഒരു ജീവൻ കഥ, അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഗുരുവിൻ്റെ ബ്രഹ്മശ്രീ കണ്ട ഗുരുവാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ കുറേ 10 ചാപ്റ്റർ ഉണ്ട്. ഞാൻ 2 ചാപ്റ്റർ ട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ വേറെ കൂടുതൽ ജോലിയുണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് അത് വിട്ടുപോയാണ്. പിന്നെ എന്തെങ്കിലും and another thing is, see, my mother is a Gujarati, my father is a Bihari. I was born in Bombay. I spent first 7 years in Oman, first 7 years in Nigeria, second 7 years in Oman, Then I returned to Pune to do my graduation. Then I went to Kerala and spent 3.5 years there with Swamiji's Gurudev. Then I came to Mumbai and now I am with Swamiji. So you can say I have seen many personalities of the world, and it is my earnest request to the Keralites that not to feel a narrow-minded congestion or hold on your heritage. It is something that is to be distributed to the whole world. The way today the Americans are claiming English as their own, Australians are claiming English as their own, whereas English has actually originated only in Britain. Like that, it is possible, I am sure, through a spiritual conviction of the personality of my Gurudev and his Gurudev, that Malayalam can become a world language. The man from America can start, just as they are now claiming that we started yoga. It is not good, they should not claim like that, but it is a great thing about yoga that they are feeling we should claim it as their inventors. That is their bad habit, but anyway they are doing. Like that, Malayalam and the Keralite culture in such a small place, there is a tremendous richness. Keralites are having two faults. One, they are not recognizing their richness and they are imbibing a lot of Western culture, and those who are accepting their richness, they are not ready to look out of that. They will think this is the only right and it is not there with others. You have to take from the culture and just distribute it throughout the world. People must feel, Malayalam, yes, that is part of the world heritage. Such an aim you keep in mind, you have a lot to distribute. There is no koi kami nahi hai.